Alright, so I'm going to do a quick tutorial for you tonight on proper use of front rolls and reverse rolls. When you get these down, you should be able to do them on any surface. I don't recommend you do them on things like cactuses or broken glass for obvious reasons, but you shouldn't be worried about hitting the cement. The floor on which I'm training tonight is just carpet. It's nothing fancy. It's got carpet with concrete right underneath it. There's no pad, nothing like that. Just wanted to show you when you do a roll properly, it does not hurt. Okay? So I'm going to do a couple of rolls for you, show you they don't hurt, and then I'm going to show you on some pads how to do them appropriately. So we're here, okay? And in reverse. And there. And there, okay? Now I'm going to talk to you about how to do these. I'm going to show you from a couple of different angles. A couple of things I see when I watch kids and adults do rolls. They want to come down and then they go sideways. The challenge with rolling sideways is it doesn't get you immediately to your feet. So what we want to train you to do, and this is how you train it over time slowly if you're afraid to learn it right out of the gate and go into that aggressive front roll, is you can start out with your hands on the mat like this, okay? I'm right-handed, I roll easier on my right shoulder naturally. If you're left-handed, you're naturally going to roll easier on your left shoulder. But what you do, if you're right-handed, take your right arm and give your body a hug. Then you take your head and you put your head under your armpit, and then you're going to jump off. And you're going to roll. Now see the position I put your feet in? Okay? You're ready to spring up. This leg pushes off, and you come up. Okay? So your bottom leg from down to up, and you're always keeping your hands up in guard position. The reason we do that, and a lot of places don't teach you about that, the reason we put our hands up in guard position, say we get pushed or something and somebody tries to throw a round kick into our face as we're coming up, we want to have our hands already there ready to deflect, okay? So you can slowly transition from a little bit higher position, so I might start here and then work it through there. I might come into a position of, I'm going to stand and then I'm going to slowly fall and come through here and reverse. When you want to do a reverse roll, you're basically just sitting down first and then rolling over that shoulder, okay? Same thing, hands up, okay? Now, there's a couple of ways to do these. You can do them straight, hands like this, and never touch the floor. I like to get a little bit of a tactile feel for the floor when I touch. I touch it right through here. My head is never close to the floor. I'm always tucking my chin down. It's important you tuck your chin because it gets the back of your head out of the way of the street. If you've ever done this on a hard surface before and hit your head, it hurts, okay? So you want to tuck your chin and really get some momentum in there, okay? So I'm going to show you a couple of elements I picked up from some other styles. This one comes out of ninjutsu. It's a diving roll, okay? And you start out slow. You start out here, you say, okay, I'm going to dive over this one. So you dive. Like that, okay? And then you go a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit more aggressive. And you start stacking them up, and you get a little bit higher every time, okay? And then you go a little bit higher, and you come through and dive. And that's where the tactile feel comes up. I like to touch that right there on my way down. You go a little bit higher. Okay, and you just keep working at it, okay? Come through, fly, like that, okay? That allows you to jump over things, allows you to deal with if you're in the air and you're falling, and I don't want to fall, but if I've got to fall, I'm going to roll out of it and I'm not going to come down hard. I don't want to come down on my hand. I don't want to come down on my forearm. I don't want to come down on my elbow. I'm going to tuck and roll and come out of it. It may work off of somebody pushing you, and you're going to, how you practice this with a partner, as you stand in front of the mat, you relax, they push you, and you go into a roll. And then if you're going for the backwards roll, stand here with your back towards the mat. You close your eyes, relax. They push you, you go into reverse roll. Okay? You got to practice them back and forth. Rolls will take you a little while to develop. Do it over and over and over, and they will get clean. And they'll be usable out in the street. This stuff here allows you to train, but it doesn't teach you the proper technique all the way. If you always train on something padded, you'll always feel safe. The second you get on the street, you're going to roll different. So I like to have all of my students learn on a hard surface as they're going up their belt ranks. By about purple belt, I like to really see them rolling on a hard surface and understand that they know how to properly roll. It's just not a good roll because it was on soft pad. It was a good roll because it was a good roll. So there's some of the things on rolling. Learn them well because you can use them in a lot of different situations. That's the end.